Welcome to the video, guys. Following on from my video yesterday about the Labour councillor who got away with some heinous crimes thanks to an idiotic judge, we had reports last night that a Tory ex-minister had been acting like a complete lowlife, as you can see here in this Sunday Times article, proving something most of us have known for a very long time, that all of these rich, elitist types from either side of the political spectrum are nothing more than a bunch of absolute lowlifes. Now obviously, with this story that we have here, these are just allegations, so we will wait to see where they actually go to. But a Tory minister was convicted of being a bit of a sexual deviant just the other day, so there is definitely history for the Tory party as well of course Labour. At least this is not for the same reasons as that Labour councillor. If you haven't seen that Labour councillor video, I'll put a link to it in the top in one of the cards. You must watch it. It is abhorrent, and especially what the judge does and says afterwards instead of putting him in prison. Now before we go through this Sunday Times article, remember the daily live stream has moved over to Twitch, so if you want to join me over there to chat in real time, the link will be down in the video description, along with the channel's other social media links. But let's get back to the Tory ex-minister who has been arrested over a possible rape claim. A former Tory minister has been arrested after a woman in her 20s accused him of rape, sexual assault and coercive control. The Conservative MP was taken into custody early on Saturday and was still in a police station in East London by late afternoon. A former parliamentary employee accuses him of abuse during a relationship last year. She alleges that the MP assaulted her, forced her to have sex and left her so traumatised that she had to go to hospital. So from that I take it she was having some sort of relationship with him, probably sexual, and he's took it too far, been a bit of an arsehole, and now this situation is happening here. Which of course, if true, makes him a complete and utter scumbag, and if she's lying, then it would make her a bit of a scumbag also. As it stands, we really don't know. These are just allegations, hence why you can see they haven't actually named him, though of course if this was me and you in that situation, our names would be plastered all over the paper, I would guarantee it. The Metropolitan Police said they had launched an investigation. They said on Friday the 31st of July, the Metropolitan Police Service received allegations to 4 separate incidents involving allegations of sexual offences and assault. These offences are alleged to have occurred at addresses in Westminster, Lambeth and Hackney between July 2019 and January 2020. The Met has launched an investigation into the allegations. A man was arrested on suspicion of rape and is currently in custody in an East London police station. The news came 3 days after Charlie Elphick, a former Conservative Party whip and married father of 2, became the first MP in a generation to be convicted of sexual assault, as I said earlier. He was found guilty of 3 charges of sexual assault in 2007 and 2016, including one incident where he forced himself on a woman at his Belgravia home, groped her and chanted, "I'm a naughty Tory." Because that is the sort of demented shit that these posh motherfuckers would come out with. What an absolute fucking idiot for saying that. That has to be the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Number 10 is likely to face pressure to suspend the MP arrested on Saturday. Theresa May's government faced criticism after removing the whip from Elphick once allegations first emerged, in effect throwing him out of the party only to return it before a crunch confidence vote. Now I do have to say these are only allegations, so he shouldn't necessarily be suspended. At the end of the day, an allegation could well be false. You can't just take it as it is real. Whatever happened, too innocent until proven guilty. Obviously, if he has done it and is convicted in a court of law, then not only should he be suspended from the Tory party, but he should have his position as an MP taken away from him straight away. That is for sure. No questions asked. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. End of story. Get the fuck out. That's how it should be done. But like I said, that should only be done if he's actually convicted. Allegations, I'm sorry to say, are really not enough. In the latest case, a fellow Conservative MP first raised the woman's allegations with Mark Spencer, the chief whip, and Jacob Rees-Mogg, the leader of the House of Commons, after speaking to the alleged victim a month ago. The woman also spoke to Spencer directly, however, no action was taken, a spokesman for Spencer said. The chief whip takes all allegations of harassment and abuse extremely seriously and has strongly encouraged anybody who has approached him to contact the appropriate authorities, including Parliament's Independent Complaints and Grievance Scheme. It is understood that Spencer does not believe a sexual assault was reported to him in his conversations with the complainant, but acknowledges that she reported abusive behaviour and threats. The Conservative Party said, "We take all allegations of this nature extremely seriously. As this matter is now in the hands of the police, it would be inappropriate to comment further." The alleged victim made her claims to the Parliamentary Independent Complaints and Grievance Scheme this year. The system was established in the wake of Westminster scandal in 2017 to allow parliamentary staff to report allegations of bullying, harassment and sexual misconduct. However, the woman decided to escalate her complaint to the police recently, which has obviously brought about this arrest. And if he has done it, it is the right thing to do, of course. The woman made her initial complaint to officers on Friday night before giving a 5-hour interview yesterday to specialist Met detectives. The accused MP was approached for comment and obviously had nothing to say, but likely got a court order out blocking his name from being used in the papers. That is what I am betting anyway. Official figures say the ICGS helpline has received 1,259 calls and emails since its creation 2 years ago. Michael Fallon, the Defence Secretary, Damien Green, the then de facto Prime Minister, and Elphick were among those accused of sexual misconduct or harassment in the wake of the Me Too campaign. Which I have to say, given the amount of people that have used the Me Too campaign and lied, doesn't really give me much confidence in this, but of course the allegations are still there and could well be true. Just the same way that they could well be false, which is probably why this guy has tried his best to keep his name out of the papers, and it would appear at the moment he has succeeded. But like I've said many times before, Labour and the Tory party are both two cheeks of the same shit cupboard arsehole, so this type of behaviour from either side shouldn't really surprise anyone. It certainly doesn't surprise me, that is for sure. But as I covered the Labour councillor for doing something far worse than this, I thought I should at least cover the fact that a Tory minister has been arrested for rape, because it is pretty fucking extraordinary, even if it doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
There is a pattern consistent throughout history of oppressed people turning on the oppressors, slaves against their owners, the peasantry against the feudal barons, colonies, Mr. Verhofstadt, against their empires, and that is why Britain is leaving. And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going, and we are glad to be going. We're off.